Coach, why was now the right time and opportunity for you to return to BYU?
That is a great question. I think, again, it's always God's timing, right? When it's all said and done, you go through transitions, you're growing, you're becoming a better coach, you're becoming a better human being. You're doing a lot of different things, and hopefully your trajectory is always upward and onward. And so I'm truly excited to come and join Coach Sitake's staff, along with Coach Hill and the defensive staff. They're great people, great human beings. I'm excited to bring passion, energy, and a little bit of toughness as well. We need our guys. Again, everywhere you've gone, you're successful by being tougher than your opponent. And again, scheme is always great, but the principality of football is almost, it's a fight. And you have 11 battles going on at one time. And if your team is winning those battles, all right, you're going to get a W usually. So why I'm here right now is probably because God wants me here right now. And so I'm completely happy, glad to be back home in the state of Utah with family, and I'm blessed to be here.
Hey, you've been at every school in Utah, which is pretty awesome, right? What's it like to have the Y back on your chest?
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. My son gets home from a mission tomorrow. And
that's exciting.
Yeah, it is. I'm really excited.
What's his name? Where was he?
It's Justice, and he served in the Fort Lauderdale, Florida Spanish speaking. So
very nice.
Yeah, he's going to come back and go play at Utah State of all places. So kind of crazy, but it's just it's awesome for him to come back. But we were talking. He's like, Dad, you kind of have you've done all the schools that have football besides Snow College. And I was like,
besides Snow.
So it's been kind of a crazy way to get back to BYU, I'll tell you that. Besides playing here, now I'm coaching here, so I'm beyond blessed to be here.
Justin Ennis on BYU Sports Nation. How long has the opportunity to come back to BYU been on your radar? If you could walk us through the timeline of all of this transitioning back to Provo.
Even when I first got into coaching in 2008, I wanted to come back and to BYU at some point. And BYU still, it's a pinnacle, I believe, to come back home and to go into that stadium. And again, I was coaching at Utah for 4 years, right? And we came here twice, and there wasn't a louder stadium in all of college football. It was beautiful. It was awesome. And you get those chills, and it was weird wearing the different color, wearing that red, but it was also just like, the fans of BYU are as diehard and as true as you'll ever find in college football, and I'm just appreciative to come back and figure to be part of such a good staff that Kalani's put together. He's a good man. We just got to see him a few minutes ago, and just we were roommates together. I mean, the brotherhood that you have, and again, the good thing about Kalani and everybody, I mean, you've got to pay your dues. They're not going to hire no slappy here, right? I mean, you've got to make sure that you're a great coach and you do what you do, and you love your players, but you hold them accountable and you get the very most out of them. So I've been blessed to coach really good football players, and I'm excited to do it here at BYU.
What was Kalani like as a roommate? And now, are you talking road roommate or like actual
No,
living
we were roommates,
roommate?
and then on the road as well. I mean, Kalani knows how to have fun, I will tell you that. But he knows how to get to work too as well. And there'd be a few times where we'd get kicked out of practice because we'd either cheap shot him, or he would come and we would just be battling.
Fullback versus linebacker.
We'd be throwing punches, and then Coach Edwards was like, "Get the heck out of here!" And then we'd walk in and we'd go into the showers, and then we're like, "Hey, what do we do now?" And we're just hanging out, and I don't know what we do. And we just go home and
you
just
never collabed where you're like, "Hey, I want to go watch this."
No, sometimes we would, but we never collaborate and do that. But that would be a really good idea. But we were always making sure that, again, we're competitive, and in order to be successful in this game, you better be ultra competitive, because again, it's a battle, and it should be a battle that way. But it's also should be really fun. And Kalani's one of those guys that knows how to have fun, even in not horrible situations, but sometimes things don't go your way, right? Yeah. You just got to make sure that you pull yourself up off your bootstraps and just get to work, because again, the sun will come up tomorrow, and it's time to get back to work.
You are inheriting a linebackers room that has some continuity, clearly losing some big pieces as they pursue their NFL careers. But
Or transfer.
you bring back Ben Bywater and Max Tooley that lead that group. Yeah, and to Jeremy's point, you lose Keenan Peely to a transfer. What do you know about the BYU linebackers right now?
Yeah, cool thing. I talked to Ben last night, and he called me up, and he said, hey, I just wanted to introduce myself. And I recruited him at Utah when I was there. Long body from Olympus. I mean, the kid's a really good football player. I told him I just watched your pick 6 against New Mexico Bowl, and I thought he did some really good things. He's big, long, and athletic, and that's one thing I've always been looking for, right? And then you also have Max Tooley. Again, we recruited him out of Bountiful. The kid's a tough kid, and I love the way he strikes. Max is one of those guys that we lost to BYU when we were recruiting battle, and he's got a lot of edge, and so that's what I'm looking for, especially as a linebacker. You got to be tough and you got to have edge. Of course, you got to have some genetics involved, right? You got to be fast and somewhat physical, but having that edge and that toughness will take you a long ways, really well.
And then there are questions about some of the other guys. Certainly those 2 return, but I guess what's the next couple of weeks and months like for you as you try to develop that group and you have spring ball coming up?
Yeah, so I think a lot of the time is just getting to know your personnel, and then also understanding what Coach Hill wants to do exactly. And I suppose it's going to be more like Weber State and what he did there. A lot of single high defense, a little bit of cover 3 as well, and possibly a little bit cover 2. So I'm excited to see what he does, but again, no doubt in my mind, I know what Coach Hill is going to want. He's going to want toughness and athleticism. And it'll be fun to be around him again. I was his D coordinator in 2014 when he first took the job at Weber State before I went to Utah. And Coach Hill is very particular. He's very organized. He knows exactly what he's looking for. So I'm excited to help him grow this defense and get the right players where they need to be successful.
How much did your relationship with Jay Hill impact your desire to want to be at BYU right now?
Oh, there was no doubt in my mind. I've been in the system. It was going to be a nice move. I coached the D-line at San Diego State last year and had such a good time doing it, but it was my very first time of coaching D-line. And again, learning from Coach Hoke over there, who's also the head coach, kind of like a guru at the D-line. It was fun to learn from him. But Coach Hill, seeing what he's done and developed in the last 7-8 years at Weber State, from being kind of the poor man's house of the Big Sky to owning the Big Sky year in and year out because of the scheme that he does. And again, you've got to play great defense to win championships. And then not only saying that, but our offensive coaches and staff are amazing. I mean, I coached with Aaron over there, Coach Roderick at Utah, coached Fesi Satake. I was the coach at SVU.
Could he be coached?
Huh? What's that?
Could he be coached?
Oh, he could be. That was the good thing about him. Had a little bit of style and flair, but it's the Satake family. So he's an awesome kid. Coach Clark, I was the D coordinator. Coach Clark was the offensive
Everybody's coach was Steve.
Exactly.
He's so connected.
He's such a good man too. The way he does things, he brings it all down to earth. Because again, when it's all said, I kind of stole what he says all the time. It's a physical fight every single down, and you're going to lose some every once in a while. But you got to understand, like, you got to have toughness and you got to play the game the right way.
Steve Clark's the best. Before the Utah Tech game, which you were at Utah Tech recently,
I was.
as well, right? I go, hey, he has headphones on. I go, what are you listening to? He goes, Korn. It's like, who's listening to Korn?
Apparently
Steve Clark is, which is awesome. But I wanted to ask you about sort of the influences of obviously where everybody's been and where they played on this staff. It feels like it's some of the best of BYU historically, having played here or coached here, the best of Utah, and that combination, I think, is going to be pretty special.
Yeah.
Walk us through sort of strategically what the conversation have been like of like who we are as a defense.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you again how it's usually been set, where I've been and where I know where Coach Hill has been. It's always making sure that you have a championship defense. You're going to build defense the right way, and it's going to be done by being more aggressive. I'm not a drop 8 guy. I know Coach Hill's not a drop 8 guy. We're guys that want to press the passer, right? You have to affect the quarterback in some way and somehow, whether bringing 4, bringing 5, 6, sometimes 7 if you need to, but you got to make sure that the quarterback understands that he's going to be under stress. No one likes to get hit in the face. I mean, not in the face, I say more in the chest, the strike zone area now to be
in the non-targeted
exactly,
sense, yeah.
the non-targeting sense. But at the same time, you have to affect the quarterback. Everybody understands that in order to win games these days and play great defense, you've got to affect the quarterback. I mean, you saw that last night with Penn State and Utah.
Yeah.
They were affecting, unfortunately, Cam and then Bryson almost every single down. And that's something that those guys never felt comfortable in the pocket. And so if you're getting a quarterback that's always maneuvering and changing his angles, his drop angles, I mean, it's affecting the whole offense. So you have to affect the quarterback, number one. The other thing is making sure that you get the personnel to affect them, all right? So you win the game in trenches, all right, whether you're O-line or D-line. I'm specifically talking about D-line, so you better be getting some good edge rushers, some interior guys. I mean, again, playing you guys when I was at Utah, Kairos Tonga, right? I mean, he took on 3 blockers almost every single down.
Monster.
And if you didn't, you were going to feel his presence. So we got to get some interior guys and then some great edge rushers as well.
New BYU linebackers coach Justin Enna is on BYU Sports Nation. As the Cougars transition to the Power 5 level and into the Big 12, understandably, everybody wants better recruits and big-time recruiting. How do you feel like this staff will tackle recruiting, and specifically you in your role?
Yeah. BYU is such an amazing place. It's very unique. All right, it's a place that values human decency, right? It's the Lord's University. I'll say that right here and now. It's one of those places where a good fit athletically might not be the best place for us here at BYU. You've got to make sure that you find someone that is well-rounded in every facet of their life. Because BYU is when we always used to tell our recruits here when I hosted here a long time ago, you're in a fishbowl, and you have to understand, like, hey, you're the notoriety here in Utah County. Hell, probably, heck, maybe even here in the state of Utah. And so you have to understand, like, people are looking at you, and you have to make sure that you abide by the honor code. You do the things that you're looking for. But anybody, and I always tell this to my players that I recruit, and then also the players that I've had other places. Until someone tells me that alcohol and drugs are going to make you a better football player, all right, I'm not going to do them. And so you have to make sure that you understand when you stick with the honor code, you sign the honor code. We're looking for good men that want to be great football players. And again, you be the hero down here in the state of Utah, and we'll be winning a lot of games. I'm truly excited to be here.
Well, we're thrilled to have you back.
Yeah,
You're the
awesome.
final piece of this defensive staff. So you've rounded it out, and we appreciate the time in your busy schedule.
And we got to make sure you have some BYU Sports.
We got you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Got some items for you.
This is awesome.
Enjoy that. Welcome
you guys
back.
are awesome. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You got to add to your wardrobe, right?
This is awesome. Yeah, I will take it.
Justin, thanks for the time.
Thank you so much.
How about